Michael Beckwith talks about a few different phases of spiritual development. The first one is being a victim of circumstances. And then the second one, the second stage of evolution, according to him, is adapting to circumstances and situations. And then the third stage is transformation, becoming who you want to be, becoming more evolved. It's interesting that in the last 5 months since I've been here in Bali, when people ask me, how are you doing? I would say, I'm adjusting, I'm adapting. And the truth is that I've been adapting to circumstances and situations. And it was a dramatic process of adapting. Bali was probably the place which provided a shortcut for me in that adapting. It required different skills, different way of being, different ways of living, different ways of interacting with people, with nature, and with forces, with different forces. I am here in Bali to adapt to higher frequencies. Bali provided adapting. Curiously, I was so powerfully drawn to it, and now I'm so ready to go. So ready to go back to a reality that I know, that I'm familiar with. And yet, going back to that reality will not be the same for me. I will never be the same after Bali, and I'm grateful for that. I think that was the speed-up version for my adaptation, adapting to circumstances versus being a victim of them. First stage, survival. Once you understand, once you realize that you are eternal, that your soul never dies, survival becomes obsolete in a way. It's just not important anymore. If you can't die, you don't have to worry about survival. See, survival is for finite existence. If you're never dying soul, survival doesn't matter. And then all you have to do is adapt. Once you adapt, you're ready to transform. Now you decide who you want to be, how you want to be. So for me, it was circling was helped me to transforming to decide. I decided I want to be kind. I decided I wanted to be giving. I decided that I wanted to be loving, that I wanted to be love. And that was my transformation. My rigid defenses probably won't melt. I'll probably still do a lot better with structure, but I can also adjust to flow. This process adapting has been going on for a while for me. Learning flow, learning to be more spontaneous, to trust the flow. But in Bali, this was on steroids. That was really intense. Intense 5 months. I told Daniel that I feel that I'm not growing here. The reality is I've been adapting. I stopped growing in the same way that I was growing in the process of survival, in the phase of survival, in the phase of victimhood. This was growing and adapting. And that is not something that you learn in courses. The actual transformation is the choice that we make of who we want to be.